Yo, what up guys, it's the Phantom Armor coming to you guys with a brand new video of this deck. The idea, the deck. So, today the new ban list came out and it hits Zoodiac, now rats at 2. And that was actually this deck's only good meta matchup because it's actually really bad against Infernoid. You don't have a great Infernoid matchup unless you can get to Vanity's Fiend. And we don't play many copies of that just for consistency. And also, it's not that great against Paleo. So, Zoo is like, honestly, like, I think it's still a deck. It's just a much less predominant deck, and I highly doubt it will have engines used in other decks as much. I might make a ban list video talking about this. But either way, let's get straight into the profile. So this is Kaiju Domain Monarchs. So we're playing 2 Idia. Same mentality still applies. We're only playing 2 Idia and 3 Eidos. And because you only ever want to normal summon the first Idia, the second one will always be dead because of the fact that you'll always be bringing it back with Eidos. Of course, these 2 cards are actually just nuts together. And of course, since this deck is like primarily darks, we are playing Allure. So drawing like Eidos, or the second Eidos or the third Eidos or whatever, is a lot less dead than drawing the second idea. And that's why we would prefer to just play 3 Eidos over 3 idea, 2 Eidos or something. I feel like regardless of how the consistency pans out, you need to worry about your late game. Because this deck is already consistent enough, I think. We're playing double Gofu. I want to find room for a third, I just don't know what to cut. I'm half considering cutting an Eidos, but like that gives us one less idea. So I don't know. Gofu is actually, since it's not an extra deck build, though this card is still good, I feel the problem with this card is that a lot of the times when you have Idea and Eidos and then you have this, it's like really awkward to find like a way to make use for this. But of course we do play Allure, so that's always a use. So that's the Tribute Summon Monsters. We only play 7, which is really low, but like, it works. We're playing triple Erebus, actually the best card in the deck. Outside of the next one, which is Aether. So these 4 are really, really, really good. Erebus is actually like the best card in the meta right now. I would have to, like, one of the best cards to play in the meta right now. It's just so powerful, being able to just stop all of your opponent's stuff. And another advantage of actually playing this deck is that your opponent will always have 3 dead cards in their deck, which is 3-dimension barrier. So that's, I guess, a plus. Plus their strikes are pretty bad against this deck. So, you know, these guys are, like, honestly just the best cards in the deck. I wish Aether would go back to 3, but it won't, so it's kind of sad. But either way, it's okay. And honestly, like, Erebus can actually, I just learned about this the other day, it can hit at the grave, so it can hit their grave Deviati, and that's, like, really, really good. Playing double Kurez, Kurez is still, like, insane. You'll get one off Aether, and then the other one you'll find a way to play it with Gofu. It's still nuts. This card is insane. And then we're also playing the 1 Vanity's Fiend. Oops, dropped some cards. I want to play more Vanity's Fiends, but I really can't find the room. And honestly, it's just the only card that, like, really makes use of it outside of normal summoning is Allure. And, you know, like, it having 200 more defense is actually, like, really painful because you can't tenacity with it. So I don't know. It's just like it has so many anti-synergies, but it's still such a good card because it's your only way to beat the Infernoid matchup. For the Kaijus, this is Gamma Seal, Radiant, and Dogora. So we're playing these in this, like, we're playing it like this instead of just playing like 3 Radiant or whatever because we play double Interrupted Slumber. Now that it's at 2, I was only playing 2, so it doesn't actually matter. However, the only thing about this deck is, like, this should also be like a Gladera or something. It should be a better level 8. The big thing about this deck is, though, like, the fact that if you slumber turn 1, or if your hand is dead and then you can search to one of the next one's next turn, you can tribute summon them, and then get, like, searches off of, what is it called? Searches off of, return. So these are just extra tribute summon monsters, and that makes them, like, really, really good. And that's why this engine is so powerful. And also, it hits Drancia, so that's pretty good. Which is not going to be that predominant of a card anymore. Moving on, we play 1 Pantheism and a Stormforth. Still the best cards in the deck. Triple Tenacity. This card's pretty good. You know, just only a bit. It doesn't have as many targets, honestly, in this deck. We only have, like, 6, which is pretty low, but, you know, you have to play 3 of this card. Triple return. Normally, domain builds don't play 3 of this card, but, like, you actually kind of just have to at this point. Getting to your second Monarch is super important, considering domain doesn't actually do that much anymore. Plus, it stops strike, so playing 3 is kind of a must. And if you don't know how it does that, it's when you tribute summon the monster, you activate the effect as Chainlink 1, and this is Chainlink 2. Because they're both when effects, I believe. I can check. Oh no, this is an if effect, so it's actually the first Chainlink. So either way, it works out. And your opponent can't strike you because this is the last thing to happen. Playing triple domain, still an amazing card. This card's really good. It's just kind of awkward with Megas aboard, but we don't main that, luckily. 2 trade-in, we have tons of targets for this card, so it's really good. And then triple allure, we have even more targets for this card, so it's even better. And then I'm also playing a 1-for-1. I don't know whether I want to play this or Rhoda. Of course, Rhoda is better than playing a third idea because then you have 1 less idea in your deck. And 1-for-1 is, of course, better because you get 2 normal summons. However, I don't know how I feel about this card, considering a lot of the time you'll only have like 1 or 2 monsters in your hand, and like discarding one or the other is actually crucial. So I don't know how I feel about it, but hopefully it pulls through. It just depends how good you are drawing in this deck. And I play triple prime and an escalation. I really do want to play more escalations because like this card is so good. But I can't find room. Like, I honestly want to play 3 of this card because you just want it off Pantheism as much as possible. So that's the main deck. It's 40 cards, and that's the only deck, actually. So that's the entire deck. Tell me what you think about this deck. I definitely want to try some extra deck builds now that, you know, Domain isn't as strong as it was before. So I will be trying the Brilliant Fusion builds and stuff like that. Good stuff. But either way, tell me what you think about the new ban list too. How do you guys like it? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it sub-average? I'm not sure if I'm going to make that video. Hold out for it. But either way, thank you all for watching. And yeah, this will be the Phantom Armor signing out to you all. Peace. Boom. Yeah.